Assalamualaikum and greetings to the supervisor Encik Syed Kushari bin Syed Nordin and the panels. My name is Fikri Haikal bin Roslani, B09Y8104C0 from program BMMV. Today I will present my research for Bachelor Degree Project 1, Effective Preference Measurement on Batik Appearance using Kansai Engineering for Heritage Preservation. We will go to the chapter 1 introduction. The first one is background. Batik is a traditional Indonesian culture with a historical and cultural value. Batik is not confined to the appearance of beauty generated by the harmonious arrangement of motifs and colors, but also has the spiritual beauty to decorate and prepare a pattern that has a philosophical significance. Batik is one of Malaysia's traditional cultural heritage art. The method of Malaysian batik production differs from Indonesian batik because the design is larger and simpler only when the cutting is used occasionally to produce complicated patterns. Kansai engineering is a method which is an ergonomic, consumer-oriented technology for new product development based on consumer kansai or an attractive product development technology fit to a consumer feeling and demands. Next problem statement. The appearance of the batik design, also known as the pattern, is vital in attracting customers. A product's appearance is tied to human affection. There is abundant evidence that emotions and affective states have a significant role in determining purchasing intention. However, human attachment is always overlooked in the early stages of batik creation. Nowadays, most individuals, especially the younger generation, are unfamiliar with batik and do not own or wear it as part of their everyday attire. The contemporary era may be the source of this difficulty. The design may also be a factor, as certain batik designs did not entice customers to purchase them. Next objectives. This research have two objectives. The first one is to propose a new batik design using Kansai engineering and to identify the effective preference about batik design among the respondents. Scope of research. The respondent number for this research limited to 50 people. The respondents' age is between 50 to 70 years old. The questionnaire will be distributed with Google Docs and the duration for this research is in 3 weeks. Next, for chapter 2 is literature review. The first topic is effective preference. Attitude and values relate to effective. Effective comprise traits and behaviors such as feelings, interest, attitude, and values. Consumers' first impression of a product is based on its look, which includes the object's form, texture, and color. Next, Kansai engineering. Kansai is a Japanese term which means psychological image and feelings. Kansai engineering is a technology-driven method that enables an image of how consumers feel connected to the product design process. Cluster analysis. Cluster analysis is a data analysis method that seeks to group data with similar characteristics to the same region and data with dissimilar characteristics to the other area to acquire a group of objects with the same values or characteristic. Next, the roots of batik. The term batik originates from the Japanese word for wax writing. It was based on the resist technique which was historically used to apply design to porous surface. The development of Malaysian batik. Batik cap or batik block employs copper mold stamps. These are designed with a handle to help practitioners transfer patterns to fabric. Batik tulis is a hand drawing technique that also requires pattern transfer to produce the category of batik. Next, the type of Malaysian batik. Malaysian batik can be divided into two groups. The first one is the ancient batik and the second one is Muda batik. The next chapter is chapter 3, methodology. The first methodology that used in this research is sample. In batik competitive product development, stratified sampling approaches were utilized to examine emotional design. Samples were taken by grouping the population between 15 to 20 years old, 21 to 30 years old, 31 to 40 years old, 41 to 50 years old, 51 to 60 years old, and 61 to 70 years old, and 30 respondents will be and 50 respondents will be selected. Next is determining cancel words. Cancel word determination was collected from the magazine source, existing literature, users. Cancel word identification was done by observation and small group debate. Next is determining questionnaire. Respondents are asked to score batik convention product according to the cancel word described on the questionnaire. The questionnaire also featured a column where respondents may put desires on batik convention items. The table shown is an example of the question for the rate on the questionnaire. Next is customer perception. This research will be develop a table customer perception from the questionnaire. Customer perception is how customers feel about your product and brand. It's an opinion that they have formed through every interaction they have had with your company, both direct and indirect. The effective dimension is from the cancel word. This is the example. This is from the cancel word. From this. Next is testing the questionnaire. The indicators performed on this exam. Each indicator is legitimate if the R calculation value on corrected item total correlation is greater than the R table value. Next test is reliability test to evaluate a questionnaires consistency level. Testing will be done by comparing the Cronbach alpha value to the questionnaire test findings. T-test. T-test is used to discover difference in the average of two independent data sets or the type of inferential statistic used to establish whether there is a significant difference between two group average referred to respondents in this research. Last methodology is cluster analysis. Using what method? The clusters employed here will be a hierarchical cluster analysis. At the agglomeration stage, what technique calculated the number of clusters? Agglomeration accomplished one by one grouping. That's all from me for this research. Thank you.